Hey guys, I'm gonna make a video today to kind of maybe try to help you loggers out there. As most of you know, or if you don't know, I'm a Gammon logging instructor, but I'm also a logger. This is what I do for a living. That's what I do when I'm not training. I'm logging every day. So here we have a pretty good tree, probably, I don't know, in this, let's see here, let's say 26, 27 inch DBH, somewhere around in there. Obviously the butt's way bigger. Around a 572 Husky with a 20-inch bar. Now, listen, this is not a remark or a you know, I'm putting somebody down out there for the other YouTube people, or they're out there cutting trees that run a lot longer bars. What I'm simply telling you is I'm running a 20-inch bar, and I know how far I can reach. On this particular tree, I see a lot of guys out there who have 24, 28, 32-inch bar who would bore in through the notch. I'm not going to. You're wasting time. If you can reach the whole way through and you're setting your hinge up the right way, then there's no reason to bore in through your notch. I'm gonna bore cut the entire tree on both sides and leave a trigger in the back and snip the back. And I know somebody said one time that, you know, you got to make a living doing this. I make a living doing this, and I notch every tree. I bore cut as many trees as possible, unless it's a little wee tiny tree. But, you know, that's what Soren Eriksson taught us. Bore cut the tree, 70% notch opening or greater, 80% of the tree or greater for your hinge length, 10% hinge thickness max. So for me, I'm gonna notch this tree. You're gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna bore in. I might have to shave a little bit off of one side. Big deal. I'm gonna shave that off when the tree's on the ground anyways. So, listen, here's all I'm telling you. You wanna be safe but productive. Obviously I have all my gear on. I wear this every day. That's what I do. I wanna be safe. I wanna go home to my kids at night. They're you know, super important to me. I'm gonna put this tree on the ground and I'm gonna do it safe, but I'm gonna do it productively. I'm not gonna cut the same wood more than once. And again, I'm not picking. There's a lot of guys out there who I admire, and I admire people that stand up for what they believe, even if it's different from what I believe, and that's okay. But I'm gonna put this tree on the ground and show you that I don't have to cut the wood more than once, and I'm still gonna bore cut this tree. So, just a simple way to be productive. And the biggest thing is measure your bar. If you know your bar can go through it and you're gonna get the whole inside of the tree, there's no reason to bore in through your notch. Let your hinge the whole way across, okay? So this is just my way. I've already started to notch a tree so I can get my saw to set up there. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'll notch, and I'm gonna bore from this side of the tree over here, simply because, and here's a big deal. There's a broken limb hanging off that side of the tree. It's actually the better side of the tree. Sometimes you have to change things up. We always say you always end up on the good side of the tree. Well, over here, I don't want to end up over there. And the tree's not that bad that I can't be on this side, but there's a broken limb hanging, and I don't want to be under that when the tree starts to fall. So I don't think it would ever come down. I really don't. It's cracked, and I don't like that. So anyways, let's get at it. I'm gonna bore cut, open face notch, 70% or greater, 80% hinge length minimum, 10% hinge length maximum. So, all right, let's do it. Ready? my notch is done. I can see when I'm the whole way up through, look how far I can reach. So let's go to this side. I'm gonna have to shave some off of this side. But again, on this bell here, on this bell, I'm gonna take that off when it hits the ground anyways. So I'm gonna shave that off now, so that's taken care of, okay? Okay, time for the bore cut. Set my notch up. Let's say tree's 26 inches. So 26 inches, I know that I have my hinge length. Okay, I know that right now I have probably 24 inches of hinge length. So 26 inches, maximum 2.5 inches. I don't need to go there. I'm gonna go 1.5 inches. Okay, let's do it. All right, now I have one side bored. Okay, again, a lot of people would have bored in through your notch, and if you choose to do that, so be it. I don't. All right, I don't want to cut the same wood more than once. You're always going to have a little bit of overlap. I understand that, but I see a lot of guys stick their bar the whole way through, cut the whole way through, in through their notch, go around to each side, and you know, you're cutting the same wood 2 or 3 times. We don't want to do that. So now I'm going to bore this side, and I'll come straight out to the back. I'm going to leave a trigger, and then I have a really good escape route out of here. And so the tree is going to fall, and you'll get to see it. Hopefully it doesn't damage my phone. That'd be bad. All right, so here we go. Let's put this tree in the ground. You'll see right before I'm ready, I'll take that last look. Make sure everybody's at, you know, there's nobody here or anything like that. You never know. You never know. Take that last look. Before you finish cutting it, take that last look. It's real easy to come straight out the back and not even think twice. Make sure you take that last look. All right, here we go. last one. Time to put this big boy down. Ready? Here we go. Okay, listen, here we go. There's a tree. There's my saw. Okay, 20-inch bar. As you can see, I'm gonna move my saw off there. See, I had very little overlap. Okay, very little from right here. So I had that much overlap. That's the tip of your bar. I was a little bit off on my level. No big deal. You can see here, I cut here back to there. So no big deal. And then when I finished my cut, I finished it back there. There's my stump. Now I'm still gonna cut a little bit off, but you know, I don't have my tape on me right now to tell you how big it is, but you know, it's pretty good size, well over 30 inches. You don't need to bore in through your notch. Okay, here's my hinge all the way across. See that? No? Yes, I know. Some of it pulled off right there. That's okay. It is what it is. So if I was grading this out of 12, I'd get a 10. So shame on me, I guess. But there it is. I'm a little thick in the middle. No big deal. But 1.5 inches on this side, 1.5 inches on that side. So no reason to bore straight back in when I can reach. Come straight out the back. I went to this side, come straight out. I got off a little bit, but that's no big deal. All right, guys, listen. Stop double, triple cutting your trees. You're wasting time. You're wasting gas. You're wasting energy. So there it is. It's on the ground. All right. Hey, God bless you. We'll see you later. Have a great day.